Hi everyone, Serena here. Thanks for joining me today on my YouTube channel. Today I would like to deviate a little bit from my watercolors, which is what I usually use, but I consider myself a creative and I like to use all different types of media. So I thought I would get myself a set of oil pastels. Now I've had oil pastels before, student grade oil pastels, and these are dubbed as being professional. I think they're kind of not quite professional, but they're a higher grade student variety. So let's take a look and see how well they do. To swatch them out, I have some Strathmore pastel paper. This is an old pad I've had. It's probably in fact yellowing at the edges, but I don't care for this purpose. I'll use this. And I have marked off a grid here that I can use, just because it's easier for me to keep in a straight line. Otherwise I'm going to be going way down the hill because I've got 48 of these to do. And without further ado then, let's take a look. Alright, now here comes the eye candy. And they've got a little pamphlet in there. Shows you their other sets. Look at these colors. I can see them through the foam there. Oh, look at those colors. Very, very nice. Oh, very nice. This is going to be fun. I might reorganize some of these colors. These flesh tones seem to maybe go over there a little bit more. But for now, I'll just leave it as is, the way they come in the package, and I'll just swatch them as they are. Now some of these look a little bit similar. If you see these two here, look at these. I don't know if you can see them closer up, if I have them in the frame. Those almost look the same color wise. And then these here also, look at these. They have them in order, so it's easier to see which ones are very close. Those are very close. They're two different colors. They're 233 and 234. One of them slightly darker, but maybe I'll notice it when I swatch them out. So instead of prejudging, let's try that and swatch them out. I'm going to try to keep this in frame so that you can see everything as I'm going. Okay, and I'll start with the one on the top. I'm just going to do a little. Not going to necessarily fill out the whole page. Well, with this pastel paper, you do get a bit of a texture, which is nice if you like that, if you're going for that. They're kind of smooth. That was, I may as well say which one it is, 216. This one is 215. Now it doesn't have a name on it of the color, but just the number. This one is 214, so we're going down. I don't have these in a terribly cold or hot place. It's about 70, let me see, 73 degrees in here right now. This is 213. But they don't feel terribly buttery smooth. They are soft. 212. I was torn between this set and Paul Rubens' set that I wanted to get. A lot of people talked about that, and I thought I would go with this. This is 211. Thought I would go with this one though because it seemed to have more reviews that were positive. Now that one's a little softer. This is 210. I do like the range of colors. 209. 208. It's nice, the 209 seems like more of a true red. This is 207. Sometimes you don't get a true red in some of these sets, whether they're watercolors or other media. 206. Move that up a little because I think I'm going off the frame a little bit. 205. That was 205, okay. 204, I've got to go, I wonder if I should just go up. I'll continue in the straight line. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Okay, and this was 204. Almost better known as school bus yellow, it looks like. 203. 202. There's a nice sunny yellow. Oh, very nice. Let's see, using that for some florals. 201. Your lemon yellow. Nice color there. I do have to press a bit hard to get some of these colors to completely cover the texture of the page. 232. Getting into some greens here. That's really buttery feeling. Now that one's got a nice feel to it. 231. This will be a handy sheet for me to just put in the container. I'll cut it down a little bit. This is 230. $229. Boy, that's a Crayola green if I ever saw one, right? For those of you who remember the Crayola colors. $228. When I was a kid, everybody got new crayons for the beginning of the school year. $227 is this one. And I always envied the kids that got like the 48 colors or the 64 colors. I think the Crayolas are what hooked me on color and painting and art. 226 is this one. Oh, that's a nice sea green. Look at that. And 225. But I always envied the kids that got the bigger sets. It was like, oh, look at all those colors they get. 224. And I wonder if you all did this too. The minute I got my crayons, of course I got a 24 set. I was lucky to get that. That's a nice color too. Look at that. This one is 223. I wonder how many of you took your crayons out, if you got them, and sorted them in some type of order. 222. I don't remember them coming in any particular logical order, or if they did, it wasn't the order I liked. So I always took them out of the box and set them up differently. 221 is this color. Look at that. That's a beautiful color. This one is 220. Leave me a comment below if you did that. I'll bet a lot of you have. You had to sort out your colors. 219. That's almost like a gray, like darker than an indigo. That's like a Payne's gray. 218. What was that other one? That dark one. 219. Okay, this is 218. This has a little bit more of a purplish tone to it. This is 217. What a nice assortment of colors. Okay, now we're going into the blacks. 248, which I assume is black. Ooh, that's broken. I didn't notice that. That came broken. Well, if I keep it in the wrapper a little bit, don't use black too much if you're doing landscapes. That's a little disappointing that it's broken, but you can't tell. 247 is a gray. 246. That's really buttery. 245. It's a lighter gray. That one's almost the color of the page. You can't hardly see that one. And of course we have our white, 244. Make sure I'm still in screen here. Sorry about that, I don't have a separate monitor, so I can't tell where my focus is. 243. Now there's a nice, that's like almost like a Naples yellow. A little too yellow for a Naples, but similar. Has landscape applications I can see. 242. This is 241. Back to the white there. That was another reason why I was eyeing the Paul Rubens set. Was because it came with 3 extra whites. 240. And you use a lot of white when you do pastels. You use pastels. It's not like watercolor. This is 239, where you're reserving the white of the page as your white or light color. And 238. More of skin tone. Some of these have more like stuff coming off. Others feel smoother than others. 237. That's a nice color for trees and such. 236. $235. I'm going to move that up a little bit. Let's see, here's the ones that look kind of the same. 234. And the last one, 233. That's very similar there. I would say that's a little browner, but it's very similar. The same with these two, but you can actually tell the difference on paper. So I do like them. They feel a little different than my student grade ones. They're a little butterier, a little more buttery. I don't think butterier is a word. They're a little more buttery. I like the range of colors. Look at that! Look at that beautiful range. Let's see if I get that in the screen again. Look at that beautiful range. I mean, just enough for everything. I mean, there's enough to do portraits, enough skin tones for portraits, and of course you mix your whites in there to get the little lighter browns there. Those might be a little too dark for your needs. Plenty for your landscapes. And then if you do florals or botanicals, you've got your greens and you've got all your kind of floral colors there. Really a nice set. Well, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed our time together. And I'm hoping that this gave you an idea of how these perform. These are the Gallery Artist Soft Oil Pastels. And I picked them up online on Amazon. But you can get them in quite a few different places. I really like them. Very nice. And I'm looking forward to trying them on an actual subject. Maybe I'll do some florals this weekend. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. See you next time.